Dr. Amy McConnell Franklin, and I'm speaking to you from northern New Mexico, a state in the United States in the southwestern corner of the United States. And I have the pleasure of speaking with you about social and emotional learning, a field I've been studying for about 20 years. It's been a very exciting journey to be a part of the pioneering group that has studied these skills and how we can actually teach them.
Hey, Assalamualaikum and Sawadee. My name is Kamaru Zaman, Q for short. I'm Singaporean. I'm currently based in Chiang Mai, and I'm finishing my studies in peace education. Well, I focus on peace education, and the PhD is in peace building.
Social and emotional learning. What do we mean by those three words? So first, I'd like to speak about social and emotional skills. I think of them as, and in the field about them as, the capacity to set and achieve goals, the capacity to be self-aware, the ability to be able to get along with other people, the ability to take the perspective of others, and the ability to create and sustain mutually respectful relationships, and make decisions that are both compassionate and accountable. Those sound like pretty good life skills, I think, because we don't know what the future holds exactly. We never have, but in particular, it seems a little uncertain right now. And so what skills do we need in order to thrive in life and help the others around us thrive? So social and emotional learning actually refers to the processes through which both children, students, youth, and adults learn those skills. So how does that fit with your understanding, Q?
When I look at peace, I see three dimensions: inner peace, social peace, and environmental peace. And for me, inner peace is the foundation. And that's where social emotional learning comes in. For us to be self-aware, for us to be able to navigate our emotions, what we call the self-management competencies. And then when we think of interpersonal relationships, intergroup interactions, we need social awareness, we need relationship skills, we need to make decisions responsibly. And that's why I gravitate towards social and emotional learning. I gravitate towards SEL because I think it's a very important component for peace education.
One of the most exciting studies I've seen recently came out last year. It was a longitudinal study. So it was a study that watched the course of the life of a person for about 30 years. And they had a course in social emotional learning as, say, when they were grade 3, about 9 years old. So they watched these children. They just were a particular class or particular school that integrated this program. And they studied social emotional skills, and they practiced them, and they integrated them, and presumably they learned some of them and began to integrate them into their lives. So they watched those children as they went through their adult lives. Compared to the control group, the group that had those skills built in, they were more likely to graduate from high school. They were more likely to go on to college or a career that was satisfying, that they felt they stayed in and that they were successful in. They had more success in their personal relationships, in their marriages, in their partnerships. They went higher into their careers. In their careers, they actually reached a higher level, and they reported better health, physical health, better mental health, less involvement with drugs and alcohol, and less involvement with incarceration. So it seems to me that these skills are very core to accomplishing even the simple measure of success in life by those measurements that I mentioned: relationship health, career success, satisfaction in life, physical health, mental health.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I find so fascinating. Simply because I've been an educator now for more than 20 years of my life. I've taught in a public school in Singapore. I taught in an international school in Singapore too. And currently, of course, I am facilitating lessons with my undergraduates of different universities here in Thailand. And so my focus, for me, education has, I understand that education has three roles to play. The intrapersonal role, right, which is within all of us, the interpersonal role, and then there is the economic role of education too. And they're all important. I feel that formal education has, for various reasons, we have privileged the economic role above and beyond the inter and intrapersonal role. And SEL for me is such an exciting educational learning journey to be a part of, because it talks about the not just interpersonal, but it helps us to address our intrapersonal development. And I maintain that if we have a healthy, flourishing, positive human being, we are going to be very productive in the workplace. If our focus is to become that human doing to make money, and that is our only focus, and our being is not developed, it doesn't work the other way around as far as I can see it. If I had had SEL when I was a much younger person, I believe I would be in a state where I'm flourishing as a human being earlier in life. And I may not have then engaged in some behaviors that have been self-destructive. I'm extremely fortunate, in my opinion, to still be alive.